beautiful countenance.
Oh, thank
Visage.
you. Anyhow, today is, I'm sorry, what?
Massage.
Oh, yeah. Today is Shabbat, and we're also having music. And so I have a story that combines the two of them. And this is a story that comes from the Baal Shem Tov. Now, the Baal Shem Tov was a very religious man who lived in the late 1700s, early 1800s, and he was considered to be the father of the Hasidic movement. And he was also considered to be very mystical in his dealings with people and things that happened around him. He also lived in the Poland area, in a small town there. There was one day a man said to his young son, "It's time for you to go to Shabbat services with me. And I'm going to take you this Saturday. We're going to go to the Baal Shem Tov's service." And the little boy was so ecstatic because he had been hearing about the Baal Shem Tov forever and ever. And he said, "I'm going to go with my daddy to the Baal Shem Tov." Well, they went. And the little boy sat in the corner. He didn't know Hebrew. He didn't know the prayers. But he loved it. He really loved it. He loved the davening, that's the singing, and the shekling, and that's what you see some of the older men do. And he just adored it. And they went home. Now the little boy was a shepherd for his father, and every day he would take the flock up into the mountains, and he got kind of bored. But after having gone to services, he knew what he wanted to do. He found a piece of wood, a branch, just the baby this long, and he started to whittle. And he whittled himself a flute. And he bored it out, he made some holes in it, and he began to practice. And little by little, he began to be able to play his flute. Now, he tucked the flute in one day when Dad said, "We're going now to services." He tucked the flute down into his belt, and he sat in this usual little corner in the back. And when the men began to do their praying, their davening, the little boy took out his flute, and he started to play the music. Well, all the people and the men, and not people, they were just men then. They just got all upset. And they went up to the Baal Shem Tov and they said, "How dare you let this little boy play music?" And the Baal Shem Tov looked at them very quietly and he said, "We all pray in different ways."
Yeah.